Okay, hi and welcome to another Ben Golding guitar masterclass. Today we're going to have a look at a really lovely classic ballad, a nice pop ballad for you. It's the wonderful Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You by A Great Big World featuring Miss Christina Aguilera. Okay, this one, what we'll do, this is going to play along with the original version, so if you YouTube it or you've got it already, this will play along perfectly. What we're going to do, this one just uses some pretty straightforward chords. This is very much a kind of an acoustic. This should be fine even if you're a beginner or just starting out. It's great if you are a kind of singer, guitar player. It's a lovely one to do. It's quite, this is quite a popular one. I run a few open mic evenings in South London, and this is often one that people like to get up on stage and have a try at, a nice gentle ballad. This one just uses some pretty straightforward chords. We've got B minor, we've got G, we've got D, we've got A, and we've got an F sharp minor as well. Okay, so what we'll do is, first of all, like I always do, I always do stress this, but if you know the chords already, you might want to whiz forward a little bit. The chords will come up on screen, so you might want to whiz forward on the video and just start trying to play along with the chords just to get the song underway. But if you're a little bit more of a beginner, I'm going to go through the chords now first of all. So if we start off with the B minor, for this one you just need to put your first finger on the first string in the second fret. Okay, your next finger goes on the second string in the third fret. Your next finger goes on the fourth string in the fourth fret, and your little finger goes underneath that on the third string in the fourth fret. And for B minor, we're trying not to hit the two bass, E and A bass strings at the top of the guitar. It's just the four lower strings. Okay, next up we've got a G major, which for this one we want to hold down the sixth string right up at the top on the third fret, the sixth string on the third fret. We then want to hold down the fifth string on the second fret, and we then want to try stretching down the first string right at the bottom, first string on the third fret. And that gives you, those three notes holding down those three gives you a G major. And that one we're hitting all the strings. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a D major. For this one we need to hold down the third string in the second fret. We then need to hold down the first string in the second fret, and we then need to hold down the second string in the third fret. Okay, so there's your D major. Okay, for that one we're trying to avoid both the two strings, the E and the A bass strings at the top, so it's just the four lower ones. Okay, next up, only a couple more to go. Next up we've got the A major that we're going to need. Okay, for this one it's all in the second fret, and we've just got the fourth string in the second fret. We then try and hold down immediately under that, we've got the third string in the second fret, and then under that we've got the second string in the second fret. Just all one under the other there, all in the second fret. And for that one we try and avoid hitting the top, the E bass string. It's just 5. Okay, there's your A major. Okay, and last of all, a little bit tricky for people who are just starting out, but we're going to have a look at the F sharp minor. The reason it's a little bit harder, what we have to do is hold down a bar. That's when you just use one finger to hold down more than one string, where we basically need to get into the second fret, and over strings 1, 2 and 3, that's the lowest strings there, 1, 2 and 3 strings, you have to put your first finger over those and try and push them down as much as you can. So that's the second fret, strings 1, 2 and 3, and then with your next finger you go right up to the fourth fret and you try to hold down the fourth string in the fourth fret. Okay, so there is your F sharp minor. Might be a bit of a tricky one, so if you are starting out, maybe go through these chords a little bit and try to practice just holding them down, the D, the G, everything, the B minor and the A. Just try and get used to changing those chords. But if we move on now, we're going to start off with the first section of this lovely song, which is basically going to go B minor, G, and then D, and then A. So So this is the bit of the song. It's nice and slow, so once you do get the hang of those chords, it shouldn't give you too much trouble. But you're basically doing, for a very simple strum, we're just going to do 2 strums, 2 hits on each chord. So you're basically going B, B, and then G, G, and D, D, and A. Let's try that again. B minor, B minor, G, G, and D, D, and A. And this is the bit, excuse the singing, but this is where we got the say something, I'm giving up on you. And then A again, let's try that again. And B, say something, I'm giving up on you. And it just carries on. Then you've got the kind of verse bit. Anything I would have followed you. You know that bit there. And da 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 da. Let's try that chorus again. So you've got the B minor. Say something, G, G, and then D, and then A, and again, and a B, da 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 da. Okay, then it goes into the other bit, which I guess you could call a bridge section, where you've got, basically it goes D, F sharp minor, G, and then we've got a D and an A. And let me just show you, if we basically, yeah, this is what we're aiming for. Again, excuse the singing, I'll do my best. Here we go. So we've got the D, and I on the D, F sharp minor, and then G, la 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 la, and then D for 2, and then A. Let's try that again. And I, do 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 do, F sharp, la 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 la, G, da 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 la la. So let's try that again together, a little bit slower, but we've got the D for 4, the F sharp minor for 4, G major for 4, and then D for 2, and then A for 2. Okay, so you ready with your D? So D, 2, 3, F sharp minor for 4, 2, 3, and then G for 4, la 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 la, and then D for 2, and then A for 2 again, and D, 2, 3, 4, F sharp minor for 4, and then G for 4, and then to the D, and then to the A. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's the whole song. There's no other bits. That will fit in perfectly with the original version of Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You. But let's just try now going from the first bit into the second, and we'll see if we can get the whole tune there. So do you remember the first bit? Obviously the chords are up on the screen, so just follow them as well. But we've got the starting off with the B minor, and you got B for 2, say something, G for 2, and then D, and then A. Let's do that again, and B, say something, I'm giving up on you. Try that one more time, B minor, say something, I'm giving up on you. Right, next bit, still the same chords, B, anything la da 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 la la la, and again B minor, do 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 G, and then to the D, to the A, and then the next bit, so D for 4, I, F sharp minor for 4, and then G for 4, and then D, and then A, back to the D, F sharp minor for 4, and then G for 4, and then D, and then A, and then back to the B minor bit, and B. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And again, and a B. Say something, I'm giving up on you. B minor again, and B. 'Cause anything, do, 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 do. And again, B minor. 'Cause la la da 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 D. So let's go to the other bit. So D for 4, F sharp minor for 4, to the G for 4, and then D for 2, and then A for 2, back to D. To the G. Is it all over now? And then A, back to B minor and B. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Then I, and B minor B. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Okay, excellent. Okay, practice that one. Like I said, a very, very beautiful song, a nice pop ballad. Great to do an acoustic guitar singer, songwriter version of that one. Very, very popular song. Keep practicing, keep singing, and I'll see you next time for more great songs. Thank you, all the best.